So this is definitely the last reading recommendations plus library haul. Definitely the last one for at least an unprecedented amount of time. It's probably going to end up being a month. Like I said last week, it was just a whole freak out over me getting books. So that's whatever. But what sucks is that two of these, actually most of these, only one of them is the last book in the series. So only kind of cliffhanger some of them. But let's hope they're all bad. No. All right. So the first one up is the one that didn't come in last week, and that's Green Arrow Volume. Well, actually, all these didn't come in last week. Green Arrow Volume 1, Rebirth. The life and death of Oliver Queen. The death and life of Oliver Queen. That's a big spoiler. By Benjamin Percy. I do like his writing. I liked his Teen Titans a whole lot. But the last few volumes of New 52 were written by him, but they did not get good reviews at all. And I hope they don't have to read those before this one. Next one up is Captain Marvel, Volume 3. It's the only one that's the last one in that series. And even if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't even read it. Anyway, I probably wouldn't continue with it. It's not terrible, it's just, like, mediocre, I guess you could say. And even that, like, is... I like the last volume enough, but it wasn't like, oh my god, it's the best series ever. This is the totally unrelated. Totally underrated. It's one I had read before, Wonder Woman Volume 1. I really like this one. This one was probably my favorite New 52 series of Wonder Woman. I don't know why I just said favorite. No, it's not my favorite. My favorite's Batman, but the favorite I've read all the way through. Diamondback. Like, one of the favorites. I'm kind of distracted because of what happened. Like, whole big connection there. Deadpool Classic, Volume 7, and Avengers, The Children's Crusade are going to be read after because I got to finish Young Avengers for this one, and then Deadpool Classic Volume 6 for that one. But Young Avengers I'm almost done with. Deadpool I'll probably finish in like a week. I just don't know when the books are going to come in. But yeah, even when I'm allowed to get books, it's not going to be every week, most likely. So I kind of feel like even in February it's going to be. Yeah. All right, Afterlife with Archie. So I said this one was my favorite before reading the Archie one because I had remembered it fondly, and it was a long time since I'd read it. That's why I read the first volume again. And I still do think Archie by Mark Waid is better. This one's good, but it's just a lot slower. I feel like I remember it being, and it's weird I can't remember it being this way because it's the same book. But I remember it being a lot more fast-paced. Like, it wasn't so much dialogue. It has a very, very slow start, but once it gets going, and then it's 2 issues left. So, I would say about halfway through. But I think I don't know how many issues there are, because you wouldn't think there'd be 8, because the first volume would just collect all 8, and it was 6. I thought it was 8, because it was probably a pretty thick book. But no, it was just 6. Then, The Exorcist, the Blue Exorcist one, was pretty good, but the problem I have with these kind of mangas, they don't really go anywhere. They kind of like, especially with Hero Academia, which might as well talk about right now. So it's back-to-back Blue Exorcist and My Hero Academia. They seem to be in the same place. They don't move. In My Hero Academia, they're still in where I'm at. They're still at the Hero Academy, like fighting against other heroes and proving that they're the best hero out there. And a comic book would focus on that for like 1 or 2 volumes. This has been like 3. And I guess it would be more. It's about the same as a comic book, but it just feels like we're not going anywhere for any of them. Blue Exorcist, it does feel like we're going somewhere. But Blue Exorcist is just kind of like stuck in the second act. And My Hero Academia is stuck in the second act too, but like a little bit further for Blue Exorcist. Like almost third act, you know? But neither of those they had the next volume of. And My Hero Academia, I still am on. I just started the volume that I'm on right now. And it was like, I got 2 of them. Yeah, still in that volume. And One Punch Man it just did not have, which it's not going to matter. Emily Rose, The Exorcism, Emily Rose. That was pretty good too. I'm just going to never fucking cut. See, I wish I could edit all that out. No, I'm not going to never cut. I'm behind enough as it is. But Exorcism of Emily Rose, it was pretty good. I think it is pretty underrated too. It's more of a courtroom drama than a horror movie. And I feel like people that didn't know that and wanted a horror movie were left the theater disappointed. And it's definitely good. It's just I feel like it could be like a half hour shorter and it would have been perfect. Keep it an hour and a half, and then I would have really liked it. Like one of the like the best openings I've seen. Like it's just like so minimalistic. They didn't do like it's not like they did a huge opening and there's a bunch of small details that are hidden. No, some of those. It's just the way that it opened was perfect, and then after that it was still good. Obviously, I feel like we should have followed the same characters. Maybe I don't know. I feel like I wish it was more about. We got more with the young girl, but we didn't. They gets possessed, but that would just be like Exorcist again, I guess. They want to make it different. Reaver Volume 1, a lot better than I remember it being, but still, I'm not going to get Volume 2. Not just because I have to wait, but I'm not going to get Volume 2. Green Arrow, Brightest Day. There was a couple of references to Blackest Night, but other than that, it was just a regular Green Arrow story, and an alright one at that. There's only 2 volumes in that series, and they have Volume 2 when I can get back there, then I'll get it, but they don't, I'll probably just keep on whatever I'm on right now. I do want to check out the Golden Age Green Arrow, and Silver Age too. But I said that with a bunch of characters, and I end up not liking them. It's pure curiosity. I wish the first issue was free. I don't know why they don't do that. It's super old. You can get it on for pirated sites, but I don't want to do that. Like if you can get it, like you can get. It's so weird that you have to still pay for the first issue of each character. Like yeah, okay, if they did it for every character, there'd be no point in getting the Marvel First 1960s or whatever. But I don't know. Green Arrow I just reviewed. Then Aquaman. I just and this is the I'm glad I remembered that. The best part about Jeff Johns' Aquaman run was that it found a way to still have a bunch of action, but at the end of the day, leave enough room for the characters to develop, the characters to actually talk to one another, and not just all action all the time. And here, they have no balance to that whatsoever. It's either way too much talking and little action, or just all talking and no action. There's barely any time in any room in the comic left for anything but talking. And it's not really interesting too. Like when they talked, they had long ass conversations in Jeff Johns' run. It was interesting. Here I'm like, oh God, like here I'm like, oh my, I was almost dreading reading each issue. Of course, and I always think it was fast paced. I don't know why I always think that like one issue was really fast paced, and I'd keep thinking the next issue would be as fast paced as that last issue was. And at the end of the day, I'm not a huge Dan Abnett fan. I still am super reluctant to get that Silencer volumes 2 and 3. I probably never will, unless it's like $5 each. But even no, $5 each would be good. But I would want that physically. Even digitally wouldn't be that bad. But those are never on sale because no one's ever heard of Silencer. But that's it. We got a small, 8 minutes. Yeah, 8 minutes or so. Let's probably upload that. So I might do another omnibus overview. I'm not 100% sure, but other than that, it's just gonna be regular. It's gonna be everything but recommendations. I hope. Knock on wood. I hope. I hope I can look at the comic haul it's done, which that's different. I hope it is, but I hope he realizes that's different. But my dad realizes it's different because he doesn't like that. He keeps having to take me to the library. I think it was more like they keep taking me, and I can just I go bi-weekly to the comic book store and just hope he doesn't do that with me. Ugh, knock on wood. That's it. I'm not gonna keep you guys hanging and only have 2 minutes of watch time in this video. I've been checking YouTube Studio and it keeps suppressing me. That's it.